Okay, I want you guys to listen to it and tell me if it's actually going.
Okay.
I won't.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks for the help.
You're welcome. Wish there was a way to make the
Yeah,
chat
it's going.
bigger.
I just want to make sure that it didn't happen like last time, where it was you guys not being able to talk. But it was only about fighting game stuff anyway, so who cares?
That's the most important topic.
Is it?
See, the best thing about that is that after that one podcast ended, me and Relic actually talked about Tekken for 1 hour. So we actually could do an entire podcast on Tekken.
Don't.
In fact, screw it. Just delete all those topics and put in Tekken. You can do that real quick, right?
No.
Oh, well, like, fine. So yeah,
Okay.
let's round
yeah.
in Technikiller.
Hello, everybody. Oh yeah, I have to put that thing unlisted. Otherwise, that would be that one person who's gonna catch the video isn't gonna miss it now, all because of that.
Yeah, Cube is not exploded anymore. He reformed.
Yes, I have been spurted back up.
Yes. Bum 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 bum.
And I didn't get all the topics up on the thing.
No one reads that.
Those are just baby topics also.
Yeah. Alright, so what's going on, Relic?
Yeah, mister, I'm gonna come into Skype 5 minutes before we start and then just stalk for a while.
Okay, so Relic's dead. Oh, there he is. Did you just wake up or something?
No, I'm just like not talking to you people. I hate you
No.
all.
Oh, fair enough.
Well, he has told us, whoops, I wasn't supposed to stop there.
Okay. But yeah, what do you want to go and do first?
Well, I could play that intro thing.
If you want to. I don't know if it's... I don't know, it
I
would
feel
have
like
made more
it makes
sense.
it more official.
Yeah, but if we had done that before we started talking, I could say it would... You just save it till next time, we'll be fine. Now we got plans. This is going to be the most professional podcast.
Are you guys ready for professionalism on a very low scale?
Yes. Wait, no.
Okay, So, what do you guys want to talk about first?
Oh, all right. First of all, and I don't have links because again I'm not prepared. But the game that I've been obsessed with that doesn't exist yet, Mew-Genics has a new trailer, and everyone should look it up, even though it shows no actual gameplay, and no one knows exactly what the game is. It has a 100% chance of being the best game that I've ever played.
Well, apparently, you take a cat, and then you rub it on another cat,
And then the original cat gets fed.
and then the cat gets fat. But we don't know what's up with that.
Yeah, that's what happens in the game.
Mew-Genics. Actually, I have a trailer for it that I can post in the thingamabobber.
Cool.
Or Neuro Guy is probably already prepared for that.
Yes, Neuro Guy, the fourth member of this podcast, has all of the trailer links.
There you guys go. That's the Mew-Genics trailer.
Yeah.
Watch that instead of our podcast.
There are almost no incidences where I've been disappointed with a Team Meat game. Like, even before they were Team Meat, I was playing their games. And there's only been, like, one or two where I was like, this is a little bit too weird. But I usually love them. And again, I'm expecting this to be the Chow Mini game with cats, and maybe with not racing, I don't know. Maybe with fighting, I don't know. There's supposedly, like, millions of different cat combinations, and you can show them off to your friends, and that's about all we know. We don't... No one knows exactly what the game is because they're not telling us. And on the same chord, Team Meat is apparently remaking Binding of Isaac, a game that I would have loved to Let's Play, but I couldn't record it because it's based on Flash, which is terrible, which causes all types of other things. But they're remaking the entire game with different graphics and essentially another entire update patch worth of content. So I'm pretty excited about that.
And you went and deleted your save to try to record it, but
Yeah,
alas.
That was a sad day. I deleted like 20 hours of progress so I could start fresh from the recording, and then I couldn't record it. No.
Yeah, well.
Florn.
Well, okay, let's tackle this other thing. The Wait and Queue podcast MP3s, I took the liberty of downloading all the Wait and Queue podcasts off of YouTube and converting them into MP3s for people who want to listen to it on the go for some reason. Make your ears bleed on the go. So here's a link to the MediaFire folder so you guys can download the WayneQ.mp3 files.
Yeah, it's basically for people like me who actually listen to podcasts when they're walking around. And I would do that with our podcast because I'm crazy like that. But I usually just watch Relic's thing because he has the actual chat. And
Yes.
it's just better that way. Because last time there was interesting conversations going on, and I actually missed half of them. So I actually went back and read about people reading on the toilet with 300 books and all the other insanity that happened. But yeah, be careful with using your MP3 player when you're crossing train tracks because you might die. There.
Yeah,
bubble circles now.
look both ways and then cross.
Don't jump over the thing that stops you from crossing because you think you can make it. At least not while listening to our podcast. You can do it while listening to some other podcasts, but I'd feel pretty bad if this was the last thing that you heard before you died.
If you have some type of vehicle, go for it, but...
See, now, supposedly, even listening to podcasts when you're driving is not a good idea, and I don't know why, but they've done studies.
That would be just like the radio, wouldn't it?
Yes, so it confuses me. So it's not just podcasts, it's just like people talking. Like, that's why you're not supposed to listen to phone calls or, like, even the hands-free thing is apparently really dangerous. But, screw it. It's not as dangerous as texting, though, because you're at least looking at the road.
I hate the damn little flip phones with their stupid button texting. Ugh, that's terrible.
No, I used to be driven to work with a guy that, like, sped and texted, and we almost died, like, 3 times. So that was cool. It was exciting, at the very least. But alright.
Well,
Hey, Relic!
whoops. That wasn't supposed to show up yet. Crap.
Wasn't supposed. Oh God! How'd you do that?
That was something. Don't just
I didn't know
erase
that.
that from your mind.
I didn't know that you could do things.
Okay.
Wait. You should do other things. That was awesome. I didn't know you could do things. Wait, that means I can give you crazy pictures to show.
Yes.
Oh, where's that one of me killing you in Awesome Nods?
No, that's Photoshop. We don't have Photoshop things on
I
here.
know. I wanted you to show off my great Photoshop. Oh, well, I can't find it.
Okay, good. So, Relic, do you have any topics then? Or
Are you already out of topics?
It's
well,
possible.
I have one more, but I was thinking maybe
You're gone
we
for a
could get to
week.
talk.
You're gone for a week, and you came with 2 topics,
Hey, that's
one of
2
which
more
was an
topics.
update.
That's 2 more topics than I've come up with previously. Wait.
No, not you, Cross. This is
Oh.
Companion.
Oh. Okay.
Wait, I actually have expectations. This is way out of my league. Well, I'm out. See ya. I'm gone. This is it. See ya.
Well, we don't really need him here. He's streaming it, but
Yeah, it's okay. We have his computer. So,
oh my god. Is he back
Anyway,
yet?
topics.
He is back. It's splendid. Why don't
I
you tell
just wanted-
everybody what you were doing, Companion? They were all very curious last week, and by
What are you
curious I
talking
mean
about?
they didn't care. But
Yeah, why weren't you here, companion? We were
I was actually off in the Bahamas fighting velociraptors, avenging the death of my godfathers. Multiple.
both of your 2 godfathers.
that's not completely out of there.
I guess not. Somehow it seemed
Well, there
more
was, like-
suspicious than the velociraptors, though.
Well, there was like 50 of them, though.
There's
So-
50 godfathers,
Yep.
all killed by velociraptors,
By a mecha velociraptor. I forgot to mention that.
and all your godfathers are in the same place at the same time.
And they're all dead.
All of them.
And did I forget to mention that the mecha reptile, I forgot, velociraptor had a minigun?
No, but I assumed it would have something within it widespread to kill that many godfathers at once. But regardless,
Exactly. See.
I don't think any of that happened.
But no,
it
I was at
probably didn't.
I was at my grandparents, and then I was at my aunts for a week each. So
Oh.
And then he complains about spider eggs and wasps and other things.
well, hey, it's not my fault. Wasps were just like, I want to go to your AC and live under it, and then a spider's like, oh, hey, how's this going? Oh, I'll just lay my babies in here.
Inside of you.
No,
That'd be delightful. 'Cause
It's just spiders in your stomach now.
then,
I hate you.
wouldn't
That
have to
sounds
worry
like
about him
good
for much
vacation.
longer.
But we'll have new podcast hosts in the form of many spiders.
Random LP lover says that he can only hear me out of my left earbud. Can you guys only hear me out
They
of
hear
left?
you out of both.
What about you, Neural, and other people? Can you guys hear me out of only the left? Now we wait for the delay.
This is
Wait, there is a company that makes just zippers?
That
Seriously?
would be amazing.
That seems really specific.
We need to all pool together and
You're being hurt, Bun. By everyone except for you and Random Elpier. You're the only two people that are hearing it wrong.
womp.
maybe it's because he's using earbuds.
Or
Maybe.
not. Could just be that you suck. It's your fault always.
Oh, I always let you guys down. I'm sorry.
You do.
So what was that picture? What was that picture we were supposed to say?
We have to get Relic talking.
No, but what
Come
was that picture?
It was.
What was that picture?
Fine. Here. It was unveiling the 2DS, Nintendo 2DS. If you guys.
There it is.
Yes.
That looks weird.
Looks
Yeah, it's a
dumb.
3DS, but without the 3D. Because the
And the
3DS
hinges.
actually came with a thing that could turn it into a 2DS.
Yeah.
Holy crap! But they decided that the 3D technology was just simply too much excess. So they had to simplify it for you. So you can't even fold it over anymore. No more
Yeah.
closing. They took that out. That was an optional feature anyway. And they took
Mhm.
the 3D out because who wants to see 3D?
Well, that's true actually, because I don't know anyone who uses a 3DS that turns the 3D on.
No one
And
does.
No,
but,
it's terrible. It hurts your eyes, and makes the game look weird and confusing.
But nonetheless, this is potentially their greatest thing. And also, you gotta love the positioning of a lot of those buttons.
Mm.
Just
Oh,
not
yeah,
really
that's-
convenient.
It's pretty bad. Like, to be honest, it was supposed to be like a lower end, lower budget type thing.
Mhm.
But for some reason they made it like a controller and they didn't think to put on another of those. That's not called a thumbstick, is it?
Wait,
It's-
how big is this? Can you
It's,
put this in your pocket?
No.
No, it's like the it's like the
Oh.
original 3DS but unfolded.
Okay,
I
to
don't
be
know why
honest,
they would.
I was thinking about, like, if I was going to get one, it would be this, but if I can't put it in my pocket, that's a deal breaker.
I don't know why they wouldn't make it a hinge system.
Yeah,
Did they do it only for the gimmick of the 2DS? Because that's a pretty terrible reason.
that would be hilarious.
If they wanted to take out the 3D, they should have just copied the 3DS's complete design and just taken out the 3D. Because
Yes.
the 3DS is a very nice design, in my opinion.
Like,
Well, I think they
apparent-
called it the 2DS because it's only, it doesn't hinge at all.
Yeah, but
They
that's
could
just
just call it-
dumb.
the DS. Oh wait, did they already have a DS?
Yeah,
They could call
they
it
had
the
like 5
DS1.
variants of it.
No,
The
the hinge
DS
is deal breaker. I
The
can't.
DS whatever.
The
The
DS,
DS,
whatever.
whatever.
It don't matter.
You
There's
want
a joke.
3D? Well, whatever.
That's a
Hinges,
joke that
whatever.
nobody's.
No one knows what you're talking.
Man,
No,
I
but
wish
so-
that had been a podcast. That was the
I know.
single greatest conversation
That
ever.
might have been the moment when we realized we could do a podcast, because
Oh my
that was
God.
amazing.
That was like
lasted for, like,
that was
half an-
like that was if you continue the rundown, like we blasted the Xbox for like 30 minutes, then we had a 30-minute segment of just the Xbox whatever where we continued to blast it. Like that would have been a perfect podcast.
Yeah,
One topic.
It's gonna be the next Xbox. Is the Xbox whatever, where they don't care.
That was back when they were really they didn't release hardly any information about the Xbox.
So that was when we got amazing statements like, the Xbox is not going to need to be online all the time, but it does require an internet connection.
Exactly. That.
Like, what do you... I don't know what you mean.
I just don't get it.
Yeah.
What are you trying to say?
Mm.
Making sense? Whatever.
Screw that.
Who needs that? Marketing, whatever.
If I get something, it's going to be
Exactly.
a PS4, and that's probably going to be when the PS5 comes out, so...
Oh, did you know that the PS4 also now requires a paid subscription to play online?
Oh. Free ride is over.
Well,
Oh,
that's,
wait. Will they be continuing a free service on the PlayStation 3, or is that going to go away?
I have no idea.
Mm.
I don't know. It doesn't affect me, so I can't actually check like
But-
just by
but-
waiting.
But how do we have to play Tekken?
I would
once I
assume
get-
that they would keep the free for the PS3 for at least a little bit, like a
Mm.
grace period.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think it would just be PlayStation Plus because I haven't read anything about them being like, okay, this is our new thing.
Hmm.
Like, I think it'd just be a PlayStation Plus membership, and those are still cheaper than Microsoft's. Fuck
What is it,
them.
like $15 a month or something?
Hmm.
Like,
I don't-
well,
I don't know. For 3 months
It's
of the PlayStation Plus, I think it was $18 for 3 months.
yeah,
And
it's
then
about $20 for 3 months on gold also.
yeah,
Oh,
but
that's not
for
bad.
But the
gold for
thing
a
is
year,
with
gold is $70. I think the PlayStation 3 was just 60, so it's a $10 difference, but still.
Okay.
I just
Speaking of
think it's
Tekken, let's talk about that for 40 minutes.
no, okay, I'm just gonna end you here and
All right, podcast over. Thank goodness. Now I can
All
go
right.
back to my day.
So me and Relic are gonna have a separate podcast now about Tekken called the Lily Gets Hit by a Fat Guy podcast.
We'll call
have
it
fun with the
the
two people
fighting
in the
queue.
world. The two people in the world who actually care about fighting games.
Hey,
That's us.
there's like 20 of us.
Oh
So-
man, calm down there. Holy poop.
Well, I can always talk about visual novels. Da. That's not a more niche market in America than fighting games. No.
Yeah, only 15 people care about visual novels.
Exactly.
Hey, at least I can actually comprehend how to play those. You click a next page button.
No, sometimes you have to make choices, and some of them have rudimentary fighting systems. Gosh, companion, you're so ignorant.
Sometimes you
Well-
have to take a waffle and put it in a toaster, and then it starts the dinner cutscene because you have dinner for breakfast.
That
And-
sounds hot.
Pretty great. It's the game I would make.
Sometimes
man.
you're tasked with
Waffle
creating a real life
simulator.
cake.
I play
Waffle
Waffle Simulator.
The
2013.
most simulated of the waffles.
Yeah.
Jenny.
Now with French Toast add-on DLC
Damn
Oh, that
straight.
should have been the main game.
for only $5.
French toast is way more interesting than waffles.
And it's microtransactions where you can get maple syrup also to increase your
Oh,
score.
screw that.
Exactly.
Apparently, this game's made by EA. I'm not down.
Exactly.
I'm not buying the EA version of Waffle Simulator.
Okay, I'm gonna switch off to the 2DS.
I can't. Screw it.
Bye bye, Block.
That is.
We will never
It's
miss
just
you.
like- They could have at least added two sticks things. What are those things called? They aren't called
The analog
thumbsticks.
Well, I don't think because the 3DS doesn't use like dual stick. It uses one stick for movement, and then you have to use a stylus. That's always been the DS's gag.
Wow,
Is the
that
stylus.
is terrible. Wait,
Yeah. But most
why
games
not
don't
just
even.
have a second one?
But most games don't even have that kind of need either. Most games you just need either the stylus or, like one or the other. You don't need to have both.
Oh yeah, I guess they designed around that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the stylus was their main selling point for that thing.
Well, one thing that I was interested in with the Xbox One versus PS4 is that how they're selling the Kinect with the Xbox One mandatory, how you can't get a separate console without the Kinect.
Which is hilarious.
Yeah, but the thing is that developers that are developing games for that system,
Are developing
be
it
able
with
to
the
design a
knowledge the
game.
Kinect's fucking there.
yeah,
So then they expect you to have a damn Kinect, and it's like, I don't want to use a stupid thing.
Yeah.
no, if they use it for something that's actually good and not you flailing your arms around stupidly.
But it's
Then-
very. I don't know if you've ever used a Kinect, but it's not good.
Yeah, it's
Well,
like a
apparently-
dumbed down Wii, and the voice activated controls are terrible.
Well, apparently, according to multiple people, the Xbox One Kinect is far superior to the
Okay.
360.
I'd have to say.
I
Because I
still
played that
wouldn't
Star
want it.
Wars game and it was not a good game.
Oh God! Didn't Jesse
Dun,
Cox and
dun, dun,
Dodger
dun, dun.
play that?
It was him and Total Biscuit did the dancing game. No one would play the dancing game with me because my friends are lame. Extremely
I
lame.
bet Relic would have.
You know it. I would dance with Cross.
That's why we all need to go to PAX.
We'd have to do 2v1 dance off.
I don't think it works that way.
Now it does.
In fact, if other people are on the screen, it gets angry at you. It's like, why you have 4 arms? No.
And it turns into a red circle.
Yeah, it explodes.
You
That's how you get the red
yeah, you just instantly get the red circle of death. That's it. Game
Um,
over.
It's a red ring of death. Sir.
Oh, I am sorry. I apologize. I'm just not nerdy enough.
Go back to school, scrub.
All right. So did you guys have
Get good at Call of Duty, noob.
Oh, dear.
We could just turn it into this.
No, we're move on. Okay. I had a topic in the back of my mind, then I forgot.
Lies.
Oh, good
So
job
Relic.
there. So Relic. So have you
What
ever?
topics do you have?
have you guys ever seen like a game go from like if it has a successful genre? Have you ever seen it switch genre?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not very often though, right?
Yeah, Duke
It
Nukem, I
doesn't
know,
happen.
had different genre every 5 seconds.
Well, yeah. Well, Duke Nukem's just a strange game, but
Yeah.
this reaffirms our points last time, where Japanese, visual novels are huge in Japan because there's an actual shooter game, and I'm not talking shooter like first person. I'm talking shooter like Sonic Adventures 2, Eggman level shooter kind of
Oh.
deal, or Star Fox level shooter kind of deal.
Mm.
That kind of shooter, extremely popular in Japan. They didn't explain most of the storylines until you started playing,
hmm
and now it's getting a release as a visual novel because the storyline was actually the most important thing people liked, which is just crazy to me.
So when is the Call of Duty visual novel coming out?
Where's the MMS?
Not the same kind of shooter, again. But
Modern
So when
military
is the... I don't know. The Sonic thing, there's not a lot of shooters
but it's
like
just
that.
so weird that they would choose to do something like that because
Yeah.
it was a Star Fox-esque shooter where you had like
Mhm.
control over where you were going. Like it was like the Star Fox boss battles. You had control over what you were doing in the map, but you had to complete certain objectives.
Mhm.
So it was a shooter that was actually marketable in America for once.
Yeah,
And they had a
well,
really cool concept where the missiles that you fire to
Mhm.
either evade, like to either intercept other missiles or to destroy things, would actually drain your shields, making you have to strike a balance between attack and defense.
Mhm.
And it was like your mech was this big hulking badass mech that was extremely sluggish and slow to turn, so that you knew, like you were packing a lot of power, but if you fucked up, and that was just it.
What is
like-
this game called?
Liberation Maiden, because you were
Mater?
actually playing a female
Liberation
president.
Maiden.
Yes, because you're actually
Oh.
playing a female president of Japan,
Okay.
and they take the term president as commander-in-chief very seriously because you're literally the only person pretty much in the army,
Oh.
and you get this
Wow.
giant mech to do war with.
I'm assuming that's
I'd
actually how it is in Japan.
Just Japan's military, one giant mech.
Yeah. You said they weren't allowed to have a military in World War II, so they're like, alright. And they just made one gigantic mech and put a woman in it. And now, every 4 years, she goes
Every
out.
wait.
They have to replace her every
Wait.
4 years to make sure
Oh.
she's
But-
still a cute Japanese
I
girl.
thought she was going out during the presidential debates.
No, her father actually was the president, but he got assassinated, so then she was president.
really?
Spoilers! Oh my god!
That's
I was gonna let's
background
play
stuff.
that game.
Stop. No, shit.
But it just boggles my mind that they have a successful genre. Then because people responded so well to the storyline, instead of developing the storyline again through the same genre, they were like, "Fuck this genre. Let's make a visual novel."
It would only work in Japan. They could not pull that anywhere else.
Just
No.
Call of Duty, the visual novel.
And
Mm.
it kind of annoys me because it's like I see this as being something that could have been brought to America and marketed successfully. But now that there's not even like a sequel, it's like
Well, they
You
could
pretty
still
much shot
bring the
yourself in
single
the
one
foot.
over. I mean, they will never be able to bring the visual novel
No.
over, even if it's the most successful game ever. But
And they could just do it digitally, like that other. What's that one company that released only digitally over here? They talked about like a podcast or two ago. I
they don't
remember.
release only digitally; they'll release physically as well. It's just usually it's digitally.
No, I mean-
Xseed.
They should do it digitally, only digitally over here if they want to take a risk, like so then they don't have such huge risk.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not like it's completely a marketable game here. But the thing is, they can't do it really that digitally because it's a 3DS game. So it was designed around the stylus and all that. So digitally for 3DS kind of runs under different rules than like a PC game would. It's harder to translate. It's harder to do things with.
And then you got the problem with the 3DS not being very popular over here,
Yeah,
as
that's
it is
another
in
big
Japan.
deal.
Like, that thing's just selling like hotcakes apparently in Japan.
It's so popular they're gonna bring you the 2DS.
Oh man!
I
Back
feel like
away, everybody.
I feel like the 2DS is kind of a slap to our faces. It's like, you know what, Americans are so... Why is he French? The Americans are so simple, they need a 2DS. They can't even be trusted with 3D.
well,
Fucking
honestly, if it had a
Americans.
hinge, I'd be considering it. But if I can't put it in my pocket, that's a deal breaker. My handheld
would
needs
they
to go in my
hinge?
pocket. I don't have a purse. I don't have a backpack. I need to put it in my pocket.
You're not like the stereotypical Japanese woman who all have purses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh wait, no, it's a Tokyo woman in specific because they have the purses with the little dogs in them.
If I wear really baggy cargo pants, I bet it could fit, but that'd be annoying. I need a belt.
My goodness, that'd be something.
Mm-hmm. Persona 4 is a dating sim.
Is it?
Most
That can't
games
be
out of
true.
Japan are dating sims now.
No, I heard that Persona 4 is actually a good game.
No, all the Personas are pretty cool. The
Yeah.
first one even was like really great and weird. No one's played that one, and my disc of it broke, so I won't be playing it.
You know, I really wanted to play Harvest Moon.
You should just play the one for the Super Nintendo, because that's the only one I've played, and it's awesome.
I like all the Harvest Moons.
The problem with the Super Nintendo one is that as soon as you marry a girl, all of their personality disappears, and they become generic wife with different colored hair. It's like, but I married this one because she's really good with mechanics and cool and says weird things, and now she's just like, "Hello, dear. Here's a pie."
Yeah, that
It's
was that happened in the second the one for the GameCube.
Mhm.
As soon as the girls all seemed to have super great personalities, and you'd be talking to them like every day, and be like, "Oh, they always seem to have something interesting to say." Then you get married to them, and it's like now they say nothing.
Yeah, they all say the same thing, and they look the same. It's like you used to work in a bar and be a party cool and be awesome, and now you're like, "Hello, here's a pie." It's like you said, just like the mechanic. Great. Why? Like,
It's,
why? They need to fix that. Someone needs to make a mod. Never mind. I'm not gonna play that game again. But like, that seems like that could be modded out.
What if you made a simulator?
Well, it is a simulator.
Dating simulator.
It is a dating simulator.
See, it all rides
pretty
back
sure it's
around for you
actually-
to Let's Play it.
In most of them, I'm pretty sure it's required for you to stay in the village that you have to get married. Because
Yeah,
the
and-
original wasn't it 3 years? I think.
Yeah, it's 3 years, and the farther you get along in your family, the better ending you get. So if you have you have to pay attention to your wife and stuff if you want kids.
You gotta pop out all those babies.
I think to get the best ending, you need to have 2 kids or something like that. I don't think I've ever even had one. But you know what? My farm was nice, so.
I know for the original, for the remake on the PlayStation, you had to have the horse too to get the best ending.
Oh.
You couldn't lose the
Whoa.
horse.
It's
What do you
really
gotta do
sad
with them?
when you name your chickens and they get eaten by foxes.
They changed that in
Wait.
the PlayStation 1 version to be this angry dog that attacked it only at night.
Oh.
Wait, you can name chickens?
Yeah.
Well, not in the original one, but I named them.
Okay, I might have to buy the game now.
In
Well,
the
you can
PlayStation version, you could name them actual name them, and then they'd come up.
Oh. Okay.
And then you can enter them into chicken fighting competitions, which is
Wait, are you serious?
well, the fighting wasn't what you'd expect from fighting. It was like the chickens screech at each other, and then one runs away.
Oh. I thought they introduced cockfighting into a Harvest Moon. That would have been messed up.
They did, but not in the sense that we're used to.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
But,
Logan.
I think
Well,
it's.
Hmm?
I think the Harvest Moons are being sold $10 or less on the PlayStation Classics section.
I'd have to look at which ones were good. Because I know there have been bad ones.
There's,
But I should
Yeah.
just not play it.
they're pretty good.
Yeah.
I think the bad ones were mainly the ones on the DS, the Game Boy,
Mm-hmm.
because that had such crap controls and graphics compared to the other one. It was just why would I bother?
Yeah.
So
Well, Relic,
what?
do you have any other topics?
Do you have any other topics?
I
could talk
had
about-
one. I
we-
thought about one, but then I forgot about it.
We could talk about the state of video games. I don't know what we'd go with for that, but I mean,
What
a
do you
lot
mean
of
the
video
state
games
of video
are just
games?
really complicated now, don't you think? Overcomplicated. In
Well,
the
they have to
sense, they don't have to be. You can do something simple like FTL and pull it off. But you go Modern Warfare introduces new guns every single time. Or
Hmm.
a lot of indie games, we have over 900 weapons. That's not always a good thing.
Hmm.
Having a whole
And-
bunch of stuff can also be a detriment.
Well, the easy mechanics like Call of Duty, you just swap out different sights and on guns, and it's not in depth. The gameplay isn't very in depth. It's only the customization that's sort of in depth. So
Yeah, I know what is that game? Planet Side had 200 guns or something weird like that. You had to buy, and all of them were kind of the same, but one of them would reload a little bit faster, and one of them do a little bit more damage. And
Yeah,
I don't
but,
know.
I just feel like a lot of games nowadays are trying to do something, trying to give people a lot of options and make it be super fun and replayable. But they're kind of overkilling it a lot.
Ugh.
Phone call for a cross.
I don't know if I should answer this. It's just going to be about cats.
You could go ahead and me and Companion keep talking.
I'll be back in like 2 minutes. I apologize.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But like Companion,
Well,
like
he's going off to talk about cats.
there's RPGs that have like 20 characters or like Chrono Cross is a great one. Like there's however many characters in that game, like 80 or some crap. It's like how do you even care about these people?
Well, what do you mean in RPGs?
Like in RPGs, like Chrono Cross is an RPG, so yeah.
Well,
it's
just
an
because
RPG.
there's so many people in an RPG, just you can have there's like certain relationship levels, obviously, and
Yeah, but you gotta if you're gonna put in like 80 people, you really need to do something with the characters. You can't just have them exist. Like not in an RPG.
so story development. Then you want story development.
But what I'm saying is these people, like a lot of companies nowadays, seem to be overreaching with their goals. They're putting in too many characters for what story they're developing. They're putting in too many weapons for their gameplay. Because you can't have 900 weapons in like a 20-hour game. No one's gonna ever care about that.
Well, what games are you talking about?
I just mentioned Chrono Cross.
Chrono
Battle Princess of
Cross?
Arcadia has 900 weapons that you can upgrade and mess with. Like, there's just a lot of games nowadays where this is kind of the new, like, they're just putting too much in.
I don't play very many RPGs, so I don't.
Which game are you talking about now?
We're still talking about just generals.
Oh,
Chrono Cross and stuff. But if you're gonna go with a game like Call of Duty, where it's focused on multiplayer, then you should. There's
Call of
almost
Duty, I
no
can
story development on there.
I can understand because it is all multiplayer. I don't even think they care about their storyline at this point. But
yeah,
like
I don't
Halo,
know if
I feel
games are really getting more complicated per se because they used to be. I don't know if you played in some of the original like computer games where things were ridiculously complicated, and even like the original Fallouts were pretty complicated with their UI, just like knowing everything that you're supposed to do.
Oh God!
Yeah,
I
but
tried
that's-
going back and
And
playing
they didn't
those.
even have a tutorial back then.
yeah, but that's it's not like a. I don't know. I feel like Fallout did it in a way that was pretty great. Like for instance, Crossy, you've played Chrono Cross or looked at it or
Yes.
anything.
I've beaten
Would you-
Chrono Cross multiple times.
You'd say there's too many characters in that game. You've said it many times.
Yes.
They do
well,
nothing
it'd be
with
fine
the
if they were
characters.
fleshed out, but most of them are dumb and serve no purpose.
Yeah, so it's like, why put them in?
Like the mushroom guy with the axe, or the voodoo doll, or the space alien, or the dragon baby.
Like, there's a lot of games that come out now that do that kind of thing. They put too many characters in that they don't do anything
Yeah.
with.
But
That's
like
what I'm
Suikoden
really
did
bringing
it
up.
right. Suikoden had even more characters, and usually each of those characters had a function, and they usually had a little bit of personality when they were on the screen.
Yeah, that'd be doing it right. Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that idea. But having throwaway characters who you might introduce for one battle and then be like, yeah, they're done.
Mm.
Like Final Fantasy Tactics. I love Final Fantasy Tactics. I don't want to bash it, but when they introduced Malik and Rafa, who the hell cared? They
Yeah.
weren't important to that. They weren't even important to their own arc.
Yeah,
Let alone
and
to the
they
integral
aren't
game.
even good in combat.
Yeah.
But no, like that's the thing though. Like that's a pretty old game, and even like Final Fantasy IV introduced tons of characters, and they immediately got rid of them. Like I think
Yeah.
the monk was only there for like 20 minutes, and then you never saw him again. Like, so that's why I don't know if it's getting worse or anything. I think it's just always been like that, and the only reason that you might be seeing an increase in that is because now with the freemium models where you can sell extra guns and stuff, there's incentive to add a bunch of useless weird stuff for people to buy things.
Yeah, and since games can be bigger as far as like actual space taking up, you can
Well, it
throw away
depends
more
on-
crap as well.
Well, yeah, it depends on where they go with it and what they do.
Mhm.
Like with free-to-play games, like you said, hopefully they can just add them in a certain way. I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
I don't know either.
I was trying to contribute to the discussion, but then I lost track.
Companion
of what I
hasn't
was
slept in
saying.
around 24 hours,
Yeah,
so
This is dumb.
but I did remember what I wanted to say. But if you guys aren't finished, then
not rugged.
Yeah, go ahead.
okay. So the Oculus Rift is looking to be a pretty damn cool piece of technology.
Hmm.
Have you guys heard anything about it?
Yeah, and for people who don't know, it's basically this visor that you put over your head, and then you can see the video games, and it's basically the precursor to VR.
It is VR.
Well, is it?
Yes.
If you can't move it with your mind, it's not true VR.
Uh-huh.
I mean, maybe if you were walking on a treadmill, I'd count it, but...
Well,
if you
they
still have to
actually
use the controller-
designed a treadmill thing.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Okay.
They had it at PAX Prime, and basically it like straps. It has like these strap things that go to the bottom of your shoes,
Mm-hmm.
and you walk around in it.
How do
and,
you not fall over and die?
They have like a band holding you, like a thing, a strap.
Good
All
God,
I know-
you're all so fast. It's creepy.
All I know is that about the Oculus Rift is that it's gotten a lot of people behind it. It's got Notch behind it from Minecraft. He likes it. It's got Shuhei Yoshida, whoever that guy is, president of Sony's Computer Entertainment Worldwide Studios. He's mentioned it was great. If I knew how to actually pronounce his name, that'd help. And then the guy who runs Valve actually also said he really liked it. Like,
Wow.
yeah, like this thing is...
That's surprising, because this is like the first generation of this technology. The fact that it's getting that big of a praise, like the Kinect didn't get this praise.
No,
Well, that's because the Kinect wasn't it didn't have nearly as much idea behind it, and not enough.
Now, if you combine the Kinect and the Oculus Rift and a treadmill,
Well, what is the Kinect gonna do?
well, it's gonna be so you can like punch and stuff. It'll make you punch in game.
Well, apparently, when you're standing up and when you put the Oculus Rift on, you lose your senses of the real world or something like that, and your immediate reaction is to fall over.
Oh, so see, that's what. And then you're on a treadmill. That's great.
Well, no, they have a hoist, so you can. Yeah,
So basically, don't play it with jerk roommates that are gonna screw with you.
exactly.
Oh, imagine horror games.
Oh my god. I wonder what the retail price for the Oculus Rift is gonna be.
Oculus Rift Slenderman.
Probably...
What?
Oculus Rift Slenderman. You can
Oh.
play Slenderman.
Oh
The
god.
Oculus Rift. And I'll be like, done! And then you'll try to really run away, but even the hoist, you just keep on running like in the cartoons where you go nowhere.
Well,
I'd imagine it'd be pretty expensive, wouldn't it? Because, I mean, it's...
Oh, probably.
I'm pretty sure it was being run in 1080p, too. Like, it wasn't... It wasn't a
Well, they
slack-off piece of junk.
You can actually get an Oculus Rift now, I think, for $300.
yeah, so you would imagine it would be lower price than that.
Yeah, but not if they include a treadmill with it.
Well, no,
Actually, I gotta
that's
think
that's
gonna be like
that's
$1,000
a
at
totally
least.
different thing.
Oh.
Yeah, developed by a different person.
Oh, so just something to use in conjunction, but not an official thing of the Oculus Rift?
Yeah.
Okay.
God, I really want to get my hands on one, but I'm poor and I'm too lazy to get a job, so
You're only 17, you don't get a damn job yet.
hey, my friend has a job.
I'm just
And
saying
a
you don't need... Well, if you're going to get a car, yeah, but it's probably just better if you concentrate in school and don't get a car. But whatever.
You poor child. We don't actually feel bad for you at all.
I have a terrible life.
That's what you get for living in... I'm not going to get it right. Minnesota.
Hey,
Got it right.
You know how many people are going to be looking for Cube in Minnesota now? They're going to be like, hey,
I can
have
tell
you
them what
seen-
city you live in. You want me to do that?
Go, no.
Why did you almost
I
say
don't-
go ahead?
I don't care.
Yes, Cube in Minnesota. They will then find your internet identity. That'll...
This will be the podcast where Relic tells you all the specifics about Cube, and you can see how massive of a stalker Relic actually is.
Oh man, he's just in my
His
closet.
house
right
number, his name, just all of it.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
That'd be hilarious.
So that French game that I was talking about before, where you're on the beach, it's a weird ass game, but with the Oculus Rift, it'd actually probably be amazing because the visuals in that game are really great.
Do they have it on the Oculus Rift?
I don't know, but they should. It's perfect for it. It's probably the best game that they could put on there to show it off.
Well, they have a roller coaster thing.
Oh, that's better.
I love how Cross just
apparently-
immediately flip-flopped.
No, because it really is better than walking on a beach or roller coaster, yeah. But it'd be
Yeah.
good.
Hmm.
That game was kind of, I don't know, I kind of like that French game because I played it when I was trying to go to sleep, and it actually did relax me enough to go to sleep, which is impressive, but
Well,
still weird.
sucks that you can't do an LP on it though.
I might do a quick video on it, but we can't do a co-op LP like I think you and Relic were going to do one,
Yeah.
but it doesn't work the way we thought it did, so...
Yeah, you can't actually join up with another friend unless
But-
you've got really lucky.
And even if you could, it wouldn't matter, because then you're just playing word chess. But
Yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
you got anything else, Relic? Or if you don't, I can. I'm just saying, I don't want to like trample over your topics because if you don't have anything, I can just talk about random games. But I don't want to have like if you had prepared something, I don't want to like not do it because we only got like 20 minutes left.
You're the guy with all the topics, so unleash.
Well, Cross, I told you a topic a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still remember it?
No.
Oh, well,
Well-
Attack on Titan's getting a game.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, so
Don't
real
they have
game.
a game?
No,
No,
a real
they have a
game,
Flash
not like
game.
the one,
Oh,
not like the
Okay.
one that you keep on telling me to play, and I'm like, ha, I'll play it.
So there's
it's
been
actually really
teasers.
good.
Well, yeah, look, the anime looks great, but I haven't started watching it yet.
Mhm.
But there's been teasers that it's going to be for the 3DS.
Is it going to be a visual novel?
I
That would
don't
be hilarious.
think so, on all honesty. But they haven't released any specifics yet, other than that it's going to be on the Nintendo 3DS. That's all they've released. But
What?
I want to know if they're gonna have an English port to America.
Probably not.
probably not.
God
But in
damn
prep
it.
for this, they've actually decided, in prep for this, they're going to make a browser game just to gauge, how excited people are for this.
Oh boy.
And so they've actually opened, like a free version of this,
Mhm.
Attack on Titan: Wings of Counterattack Online,
Mhm.
which is a browser game where you focus on your character customization like most other browser games, but I think that they also have you actually doing things, which is
Mhm.
good. I would be more specific, but I don't know what most of the terms in Attack on Titan are because I haven't watched it at all.
I'm assuming it's all in Japanese,
Oh yeah,
so we can't play it then.
definitely.
Except with Google Translate, and that always works perfectly.
But apparently, you can customize your characters, you can connect with friends, then you can go and fight Titans. I don't know what kind of manner you'd fight the Titans in, but apparently you can do it.
Yeah, the way you fight them is you have jetpacks and wires and two swords, and you used to have them in the neck.
Well, I don't know how they'd
God,
handle it for the
man.
browser, if it'd be like text-based or
Yeah.
what it would be.
Hmm.
Mini GIF, who knows?
Well, they could just like steal the indie game and put a license over it and be like, "We made this."
I should probably play that game.
You should. Why are you putting it off so?
Because
are you
every
putting
time you
off 'cause
mention it,
told
I
you to
say
play
I'm
it?
going to do it, and then I forget, and then I don't remember until you mention it again. In
Or
fact, I'm
do
not going to
you-
play it because as soon as we end the podcast, I'm gonna forget.
How about I just shove it in your face and be
Just
like,
post a link in the chat or something. I don't know.
But yeah, it's neat that
Here, let me
such
see
a
if I can
popular anime is getting a video game.
Cool. And I would
since-
be surprised if the anime didn't come out in America in some form because it's ridiculously popular right now.
Yeah, and since it's so popular, if the anime doesn't come out in America, I would assume the game still would, just because they actively own the license to the game. I'm not sure if they actively own the license to a specific anime
They-
or not.
"Oh my god!"
Usually don't release games that they haven't released the anime for.
There's
I don't know, they
Neuro
might still
Guy
do it.
beating me to the punch again.
It's still a
Mr.
possibility, and that's all that matters.
But I'm hoping the actual game, and I don't know if it's going to be on DS, but I'm hoping it's similar to Attack of the Colossus, but like way faster pace. Like, oh god, I would love that.
Well,
But
they have some high expectations to live up to. So it'll be interesting to see when it's finally done, what it looks like, what the actual game, and not the browser-based version, what the actual game looks like on the 3DS at that point.
Hmm.
Because if it's
Yeah.
actually, like the combat from the anime, that would be
Oh,
pretty
God.
BA.
no, it'd be amazing. Like that game is like the combat in the anime like is perfect for a video game if they can capture it correctly.
Just letting you guys know, if you haven't seen Attack on Titan the anime, you should totally go watch it. But unfortunately, the only way to watch it is to pirate it or stream it.
Yeah. Like there's no
Because
legal
we're
way to watch it.
America.
There's no legal way to watch it though.
They're missing out on so much money by not porting it.
Well,
So.
How are they supposed? It's hard to track interest in something whenever it's pirated too. Like you can't. It's
Well,
not like they're
actually,
just like,
that's-
oh,
That's how they've gauged interest in a lot of anime that they brought over.
yeah.
So they
But
complain about the piracy, but they are using it.
it's the thing though. Like you can't just be like, if I pirated something right now, if I don't mention that I've taken it or mention that that's a good anime, they don't know.
Well, they can just look at the numbers. Like the reason they brought over Fullmetal Alchemist and Death Note was both because of pirating numbers. I mean, they probably would have brought over Fullmetal Alchemist anyway because it was stupidly popular in Japan. But I know Death Note. They brought that out like a lot earlier than they probably would have because they're like, yeah, everyone's watching this. Also, Death Note, one of my favorite animes ever. Everyone should watch that.
And apparently the NSA is tracking people who are downloading stuff, so that's nice.
Yep.
But
Well, not the NSA, but I think the CIA has been tracking Pirate Bay for a long time and just collecting IP addresses, and they can't do anything with them yet, but they got them. So one day, except they weren't even secretive about that. They're like, "Yeah, you're tracking your things. Do this at your own risk." So,
I wanted to mention the Ostmods Kickstarter again.
Oh, great.
And I wanted to say that they have reached their goal for people who haven't been following.
they reached it in like 3 days.
Well, more like a week, really.
3 days.
They have $181,000 out of a $125,000 goal, and they're almost to their first stretch goal, which is a new map and music. And my favorite thing that I really want is at 270,000 the custom games, and you know that ain't unreachable because there's still 15 days to go.
Is this your way of trying to get that? Preaching this to like 20 people? Go do this for me! For me!
But we need a game with all 6 people being Voltaire.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. I just posted the
or everyone's Leon and no one can see anyone the entire match.
I just posted it in the chat, the link to it. So go there and pledge tens of thousands of dollars.
All for Companion Cube. You don't actually get this. Just Companion gets it. No one else.
Who the hell would be Armin in this game? What is wrong with people? Why is he even a choice? Why would you not just be Masaka?
What are you talking about?
Oh, nothing. I may have opened up the game. Titan. Why would you be Armin? He doesn't do anything. Is he just going to think at his powers to think up
careful
strategies?
With spoilers.
Why? Saying that he's smart?
He's
just going
to have to use this then. Spoiler.
That's not. No, don't do that. Don't stop. Okay. Whoa, that's awesome. Also, it's a lie. Get that off the screen. For God's sakes. Here's another spoiler. The main character's an asshole. All right. So.
Oh God.
Oh, his things.
Great. Like half the people are hearing me in only their left ear, and the others are like, no, stereo.
Well, they should just take their speaker and cut it in half and then jam it in each ear.
Exactly. That's what I've been telling them to do.
Yeah.
But.
Well, if you know what, before losing Just Cube, you know, we could be a lot worse. If it's Just Cube, who cares?
Mm.
Oh, also, crap, I forgot to mention. Guess what? Guess what? Fallout 4 was apparently like somebody at IGN was like, yo man, they're totally working on Fallout 4 Bethesda.
Okay.
Is that please tell me that's how they sounded.
No.
Yo man, we got Fallout 4!
It's coming up right now!
Yeah!
Alright.
I doubt that's what happens.
Extremely
I
offensive.
smell cocaine.
I still haven't beaten the third one.
Well, you haven't had it for that long, so...
Well, it's been like a month or something. I just keep on getting distracted by other games.
Well, you aren't LPing it, so you don't...
Well, I kind of want to, but I'm paranoid about the licensed music, even though it's technically all public domain. That doesn't mean I won't be flagged for it, because like that.
Spots are like...
Yeah, it's like, oh, that game from the 1940s, or that song from the 1940s, it's in public domain. You're not allowed.
It's gonna get pirated, and people are gonna rip it off the video with your audio and the gunfires and the bandits saying, "I'm gonna rip your head off," and people. You just go to the pirating website, get it from there.
Well, did you have anything else, Relic? Because if not, I could talk about a different game.
Oh, let's see what Cross has to talk about.
I started playing Game Dev Tycoon. And I watched part of your video on it, Relic. But did they add a thing where you could get a game report, or did you have that when you played?
Yeah, they added stuff.
Oh, so you could get a game report.
No, they added that.
Okay. Apparently that was one of the flaws, because you can never tell if your choices were right or not.
Yeah. You just had to guess.
Yeah.
Like, it looked like it went up in stat.
Yeah, but now it'll be like you'll make an RPG, and it'll be like, storyline is very important for the art. I mean, you should have known that anyway. But
Well,
like,
they'll say like the reviewer might say like, "Oh, their focus on storyline is really good," but it doesn't tell you more. Like, it doesn't tell you that for each category. So it's like,
well, this one does. If you get a game report, it'll be random information, and it'll be like military and mature is a good pairing, you know,
oh,
and
that tells you that, yeah.
or like young people and the Game Boy is a good pairing, and you know, mature and the PC is actually really great too. I made so many PC games because that never goes out of style. It's just
Yeah,
always
and
there.
it just like that sounds like they took all of the random information that you would find otherwhere, like elsewhere for that game, and they just put it onto one convenient place, which would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that the only problem was that there wasn't enough communication of what you did wrong.
Yeah, like
and there is-
if you wanted to figure out like what you wanted, you first off like the end screen for the game would say like good combo, and then you'd know, okay, that's a good combo, and then
Well, still, that's not.
and then the reviewers would tell you like one thing, like, hey, your focus on strategy did good. Thanks, dumbass. It's a
I made
strategy
a
game.
freaking time traveler strategy game, and they said it was a terrible combination. I think it'd be cool to like you go to different periods. Why is it?
It'd be like Doctor Who.
Because it'd be like playing Warcraft and then going backwards. Like,
Well, I was thinking it would be like Rise of Nations because that takes place during several different time periods.
it probably
But is that really
just didn't
time
think of it
travel?
your way.
Yes, that's what it was.
I don't think that's time travel, really.
Well, no, but the excuse for going to the next age would have been time travel.
I don't think they.
No, I know.
Yeah.
They couldn't account for
You
my
outthought Game Dev Tycoon, man. Just
Yes, but alternate history and strategy is apparently amazing. So you can fight in World War III on the Nazi side because they won World War II. That was my game. Nazi, what was it? Nazi Overdrive or something? I don't remember what I called it.
Oh man.
But
what? All right.
I made a
Sounds
bunch. And also, I made this really successful game, and then I made another one that was exactly like it, and it got like 2s because it was too similar to the previous game.
good. Yeah,
Like,
you
this
can't
isn't
make
anything
back to
new.
back. I got away with back to back though, just because I had such a long stretch between two games.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah. But
By
mine
the
was
way-
immediate.
There might be a certain Let's Play on a certain Relic Ties channel of Game Dev Tycoon
Relic doesn't
featuring
have a channel, so
Team Handsome in the workplace.
Yeah, I watched part of that.
the only thing that mattered was that I just ripped off Final Fantasy. And that's what I made
Oh.
my millions on.
The second time I played after I got bankrupt, I just made a time traveling RPG called Chrono Trigger, and I made $2 million. And then later
No.
on, I made the sequel, Chrono Trust, for the Game Station or whatever it's called.
You know, I played that game a bit, and the first, you know, you have that big hit. It was on the the Game Boy,
Mm-hmm.
so I feel like I missed out a lot on money because it was on the Game Boy and not a.
It's
Yeah.
just weird because it actually really follows how the game industry won.
Yeah, like if the Commodore 64 comes out, if you put a game on that immediately, you'll get sales. It's just it's
Yeah.
not gonna last. So
Oh, I put an amazing strategy game on the Commodore 64 because apparently strategy games are ace on that. But like the only thing my criticization is that since the storyline does follow reality, I gotta think the replay value just shoots down to hell
yeah,
because once you beat it, everything is gonna happen exactly the same again.
and you can just keep playing for forever,
Mm-hmm.
which that's not really that appealing.
Yeah,
But
because
it's
it's
kinda
more
cool.
events, right?
Like yeah, nothing else happens, nothing continues. So it's like what's the point then?
It's
Another-
also kind of depressing in a way because your character is just in that room for years, never aging, never interacting, just making games.
Oh, you guys are still talking
A big
about game.
criticism I have of that game is once you get out of the middle office, the second place that you're in, you're never gonna go bankrupt. If you're in the large office, you're never gonna go bankrupt.
Why?
Because you have to really fuck up to go bankrupt. Like, you have to
Oh.
put out an exponentially bad game to not make money on a game.
Gotcha.
It's dumb.
I know what game you could put out to make it a smash hit. You could put out a game
Do not
called
mention Iron
Ironclad
No, you son
American
of a bitch.
Civil
Will
War.
you stop talking about that goddamn game?
It'll be a hit, smash hit overnight. And it'll rake in millions of dollars.
I hope the game has code that if you type that into the thing, it automatically fails.
Actually, the game... I hate... This is another thing I didn't like about it, was that it rewarded you for stealing name titles, like Halo, for
Did it?
instance. Yeah, because there were posters that would indicate, like, this game, you should... Like, this... There'd be, like, a Galo poster with the H
Little poster.
and so it's like...
That's amazing.
I really hope that's not how they changed it.
They did! They made the H to G, I'm pretty sure.
Any other letter would have been better.
I'm almost certain. I could be wrong, but
Maybe I don't like that one. But then why didn't I get? Maybe did you think I got a Chrono Trigger bonus?
no, because
No,
there's
but I
no
think
Chrono Trigger opponent. You have to actually use the name of a poster that's in the office.
Oh,
In the very first place, since there's that Pong poster, you get a secret achievement for doing Pong.
oh,
Huh.
So, which I didn't
Right.
like. I'm like, ugh, you're just
Hmm.
encouraging me to steal names like Okami and Star Citizen
Hmm.
and Halo.
Well, apparently Star Citizen is looking pretty good.
Giant
mean-
Citizen Kabuto.
It's much
Holy
more
poop.
hilarious to steal a game but not use the same title and try
We're,
so
we're
make up some
apparently
other title.
we're apparently like 4 minutes left. Jeez, that went by fast.
Mm.
Forgot how fast these things go.
It's all thanks to you bringing all those topics, companion.
Yeah, comparing.
Oh yeah, I carried it, and yes,
You always carry us. That's why whenever you're gone, and me and Cross we actually spend like 6 extra hours talking
Yeah.
about what we're gonna do with this podcast when you're not here.
Yeah, we actually have to use like a face cam, so we have chalkboards and stuff to keep track of
Yeah.
all the information.
And we just it's a
You have,
long,
like-
long process, man.
There's maps and everything, and
they have like
even then,
football layouts.
And one time we actually
plans.
figured out a way to like win the Battle of Agincourt, but that wasn't part of the podcast, so we had to actually cut that out. It was pretty terrible.
I no longer know what you're talking.
how did you do it? How did you do that live? How'd you cut it out when it's live?
We cut it out of the like the plans,
The
man.
pre-show.
Pre-show.
Yeah, we just didn't talk about it. That thing that I don't know what you're talking about. We didn't talk about it.
It was a major battle in the 100 Years War Cross.
Did we want it?
It was between France and England.
Did we win?
We weren't.
Anyway, moving on to we should probably wrap this up or something then.
Nope. All right, Tekken.
God.
Now my favorite character.
No, okay, goodbye everybody. It was
Did you want to say what was on your channel, companion? Oh, that's right, nothing. All right, next.
Hey, I'm not the person that says that.
You suck.
Oh, you meant
Wait.
it as an insult.
No,
Oh.
do you actually have content, or because I know you said you didn't have anything before?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
he's
do.
got him popping a spider egg sack on his channel.
Dude, that would get views. Do it.
No, I would just have to spray
Especially if
paint
you
on
recorded
that
it in
damn thing.
slow motion. People
Oh
are
my God.
obsessed with slow mo.
I don't want babies crawling around my window being like, hey.
Dude, you'd make
I
all
don't
the
see
money.
a benefit to this.
Use
If
a
you-
flamethrower.
If you did anything in slow mo to that spider's nest, I guarantee 2 million views in 24 hours.
And add dubstep. Oh my god, dubstep flamethrower fighter slag.
slow motion.
Technicolor.
Yes.
This wraps-
Boom. Thousands of views. I'm not going to give you
Millions.
but no,
Millions
thousands
of views. Millions of views. You'd be
Millions
a rich,
of
rich
views.
man. You would be on like all of the international television shows because people would just love it.
Take that, Gundam style. There's a new champion in town.
Oh yeah, companion cube coming to
Well, you're gonna have to change your name because otherwise people are just gonna assume it's Portal and they're gonna care about you anyway. So.
Oh.
But otherwise, money.
Underhell Half-Life 2 mod that's still going, and that game, the one that was almost as good as Ironclad's American Civil War, the boat game Leviathan Warships.
Oh, that game's actually good. Don't compare them.
That that should be coming up sometime soon.
You will
And,
see our amazing strategy that is better than any other strategy ever.
Yes. And then maybe Dead Space 3 if Relic and I can actually,
By the way,
record at
because
time.
since we do this on a weekly basis anyway, you guys, we could talk about the Humble Weekly Bundle.
Oh, that's true.
That's a thing we could do.
That one's pretty good. Actually, yeah, try to get as many people as possible to play Showdown Effect so people actually play it. Damn it. We're the only 4 people to play it. It's me, Relic, Companion, and Budkiz, it seems.
Yeah, well, the game sucks anyway, so
It's a great game.
Nope. I don't remember
The
what was all
Humble
in the
Weekly
Humble Indie Bundle.
Bundle.
I know that there were a couple of games for the weekly sale. Not the comedy
has
bundle, because the comedy
4
bundle sucked.
It has War of the Roses, Leviathan
best
Warships,
game.
Dungeon Land.
It is the best game. I got
Land.
the cards from it, then deleted it.
We should all play Dungeon Land.
Yeah, I have it up right now. So the weekly deal for Humble Indie Bundle, this is what you'd get for only buying it for like $1, because you have to buy for $1 since it's all Steam, I think. You get Europa Universalist 3's, the complete edition, War of the Roses Kingmaker, Warlock, Master of the Arcane, Leviathan Warships, Dungeon Land, and the Showdown effect. And if you choose to pay over the average, which is $5.80, you get Crusader Kings 2 and Magicka. And in addition to this,
Oh, dear.
you get the soundtracks of each game. So,
Yep, Magic is a great game from start to finish. It doesn't
Yep.
make you hate your life
not
or
at
anything.
all. Not at
Not
all.
even slightly.
I know that was very satisfactory. No, more than satisfactory.
Yeah,
Moment in my
the
life.
lava mechanic was
Mm.
beautiful, and I've never felt more satisfied when going across a volcano.
I haven't either. It's probably
Yoshi,
the
you're
greatest
actually
thing
going to do
ever.
Earthbound. You're crazy. It's going to take you like 4 months.
Oh God.
Stop now. It's too big. Turn back.
Everybody does Earthbound because Earthbound's amazing.
It is great, but I'd
Wow.
shudder at Let's Playing
The
it.
Showdown effect has an actual website. The F.
Well, no, really. Won't they have a website?
It's all about Dutch McClone.
There's 4 people who play it. Should it have a website if it only has 4 people?
I knew to
Guess
find
not.
my secret identity. Best character ever.
God damn it.
I'm
there.
just a simple kindergarten teacher.
We could do that every week since we're doing this weekly anyway.
Mm.
Promote
Yeah, we should do that.
promote
from now on.
charity. We have
Oh,
a
yeah.
moral obligation to do so.
No, we.
That's actually not a bad idea, as to mention the Humble Bundle, because, like, oh, they have a comedy bundle, too, but I don't know if
It's
anyone's
terrible.
interested in that one. It has a lot of comedians I'm interested in, but, like, the 2 that I really want, I'd have to pay, like, $10, and I can't. So, yeah.
Yeah. As Frost would say.
Yeah.
Oh, and then the Royal Indie Bundle, I think, is all about Greenlight games, but
Yes.
I don't. The only reason I don't want that is because of I worry about how to get Steam keys off of that afterwards. Like if they do get in Greenlight.
Oh.
I mean, I know they provide it. I would assume, but I don't think they do it by email. I think you'd have to actually go back, put in your order code if you still have it. And
Well, if you make an
Get them
account
that
on
way.
Royal Indie Bundle, you can actually type it in and look at all of your previous bundles and download them at any time, which I would recommend doing, because a lot of I own games I don't even know about because they're not on Steam. And the only way to know is by signing back in and looking, unless you delete, like, if you delete the email, I don't think you can get it again.
You should just do a series where you scroll through random games in your Steam library that you don't know about and just play those.
I own 183 games.
wasn't that an idea that Carl said at one point that he was just going to play
Yes.
his random games and be like, "There you guys go."
Yeah, then I didn't do it.
Yeah. Well, that's Cross for you.
My channel's already filled. I have so many, like, games that I want to play. I could release 2 videos a day, but I don't want to do that because it'd be crazy.
And be hard work.
You
I
shouldn't
can't edit
mention
like
that.
you Relic. I
You
can't
really shouldn't
edit
have
like you.
Yeah, mister, I have 5 Let's Plays backlogged. What the hell?
Your face. That's what the hell. Yeah, you didn't see
So
that
what are some
coming.
of those Let's Plays, Relic?
Oh, I don't do it. I don't have a Let's
Yeah,
Play
some
channel.
Let's Plays that you currently have up on your channel.
Well, you can go look at it yourself in the non-existent black hole where they are.
I know that he has some discontinued Dead Space 3. Like, we nuked the game files for that.
No, but I was considering it
Magicka.
earlier today.
Magicka with Cross Knights.
The game of happiness that never leads to depression.
Apparently, from what I heard, it's fantastic. And other things like RPGs, and
You
that's
should also all check out this random channel.
You shouldn't,
Um,
because that's that dead link. It doesn't actually exist.
I revived it.
Oh.
It goes to a fan YouTube about a
Oh.
channel that used to be there.
Well,
God.
that's pretty sad. Whoever made that has no life.
Yeah, but you know, I admire their spirit.
I don't.
All right, so my channel, yes, Papers, Please will keep on going because of the Dagger of Time. There's going to be 9 episodes total, I think. Maybe more. I think that's it. Scribblenauts still going for the people still like that. Gunpoint has 1 more episode left, and then I'm either going to do Final Fantasy VII, which I don't know because I haven't backlogged it like I wanted to. I've only done like 3 episodes. Sorry.
One of
Or
our
might
mates
add
for an hour.
Phoenix thing.
I might actually do Game to Tycoon if I can get far enough in it. I don't know. I don't want to play it and then fail horribly, which could easily happen.
You should have just played it, man. Should have just done it.
What, blind?
Yeah.
The first time I played it, I went bankrupt because I made a
Oh.
stupid sequel, and then I was like, I'll make a medium game, and apparently those are impossible to make when you have 2 people. So,
Okay.
everyone's just like, I can't work anymore. We haven't
Just-
slept.
You just made all right. Maybe it's good that you're not doing it blind.
Yeah, I didn't know what I was doing, so the second time will be better.
Yeah,
Oh
and
God.
it's just. When did you move into the medium office? Because if you move in too soon, you lose.
I moved in.
Well, I think we should end it
I
before you
think you
guys
should
go
shut
off on a
up.
15-minute tangent about Game Dev Tycoon.
I think that you are gonna lose your privilege of hosting the stream, sir.
Oh, I didn't know it was a privilege.
It
We're
is.
not going to talk about Game Dev Tycoon for 15 minutes. Tekken Revolution, however, is a
Guys,
great
somehow,
game.
you know what? If you guys are going to talk about Tekken, I'm going to talk about Ironclads. I feel like it's a fair trade-off.
Okay, go off and talk about Ironclad.
Yeah,
for
you've got
15
minutes.
I
Go.
dare you. Go ahead.
Go.
Go
And
ahead.
make sure
Well,
it's
you
all
see-
new and unique.
Um,
Yeah, you
Go
can't.
have guns on ships. And
I bet you don't even know when the first Ironclad
okay,
was
goodbye,
made,
everyone.
man.
Thanks for tuning in. This has been the Wade and Q podcast, episode 6.
The last
God,
episode
I'm
that
just
Cube
terrible
will
at
ever
talk.
stream. We are stealing his rights from him.
And he's gonna kill me and murder me in my sleep.
Well, yeah, and also a lot of other horrible things, but we don't go into that.
Okay, well,
Breaking, yes.
thanks for tuning in, guys. See you next time.
If there is a next time.
Yes.
Meow.